Preparation of lubrication point. Clean the lubrication point prior to installation to protect the inside of the bearing against contamination. Remove the grease nipple and check the thread size for the perma reducer. Apply thread sealant to the reducer and to all other connecting parts and screw them into the lubrication point. Pre-fill lubrication point and all accessory parts with lubricant. Be sure to use the same lubricant that is filled into your lubrication system. Always follow the manufacturer lubrication instructions. For remote installations, please ensure that all accessories and grease lines are pre-filled with grease. Activation. Our free Perma Select software or the chart in the Perma catalog can assist you in finding the most suitable discharge period for your application. Push the Perma Star Vario battery set into the bottom of the drive unit until it locks into place. As soon as the battery has correctly locked into place, the system will start a self-test to check the motor, the display and the LEDs. Place the drive unit on the LC, ensuring that the teeth of both parts interlock. Turn the threaded ring on the LC unit until the white arrows are completely visible. To access the menu, hold down the Set button for more than 5 seconds. The blinking line shows that the desired LC size can be selected. Push the button to select size 60, 120 or 250. The system now moves to the setting for the discharge period. Each push of the button will increase the discharge period by 1 month. The discharge period can be selected from 1 to 12 months. Settings can be changed at any time by following the same procedure. After the lubrication system is programmed for the first time, the system saves all settings and shuts off. Write the activation and the expected replacement date into the intended field on the lubricator label before installation. Installation. Remove the outlet plug from the lubricator and screw the lubrication system into the lubrication point hand tight. To switch on, push the Set button for at least 1 second. The green LEDs will blink to indicate that the system is working error-free. After the discharge period has elapsed, the PermaStar LC needs to be replaced with a new LC filled with the same lubricant. You must also exchange the old battery with a new one. For correct disposal of PermaStar Vario and the empty battery, please follow the individual waste disposal regulations in your country. For more information, please check the operating instructions. Initial assembly. The following 3 parts are required for commissioning the Perma Star Control: the drive, the Star LC with lubricant, which you can select from 3 different sizes, LC60, LC120 and LC250, the connection cable for power supply to the Perma Star Control, and to integrate the device into the PLC system. Screw together the Perma Star Control drive and the LC. Place the drive on the LC. When doing so, make sure that the gear teeth of the drive mesh with the gear teeth of the LC. This will ensure that the head of the hexagon screw of the LC is put together correctly with the hexagon attachment on the drive. Once you have assembled the components correctly, pull the threaded ring of the drive over the thread of the LC. Turn the threaded ring clockwise to tighten it finger tight. Make sure that the white triangles are fully visible on all sides of the drive. Both components have then been correctly screwed to each other and the Perma Star Control is completely assembled. Configuration. In order to start programming the Perma Star Control, press and hold the Set button for at least 5 seconds. The digits 00 are then no longer visible on the display screen. Both the available operating modes, time and impulse, flash alternately in the menu bar. Choose one of the 2 discharge methods, time or impulse. You will find further details on both discharge methods in the operating instructions. Time mode. If you want to choose the time-controlled discharge method, select Time mode by pressing the Set button once. Wait for 3 seconds. The Perma Star Control applies and saves the setting automatically. The 3 available LC sizes, LC60, LC120 and LC250, will then flash in the menu bar. Select the LC size which you would like to use. Select the LC size by pressing the Set button. Press once for the LC60, press twice for the LC120 and 3 times for the LC250. Wait for 3 seconds. The Perma Star Control applies and saves your selection automatically. Then select the desired discharge period in months. The digits 00 flash in the left-hand field on the display screen. Press the Set button to define the discharge period with an interval of 1 to 12 months. For example, if you press the Set button 8 times, you're defining a discharge period of 8 months for the device. While defining the discharge period, the respective discharge amount in cubic centimeters per 100 operating hours is displayed in the right-hand field of the display screen. Wait for 3 seconds after entering the discharge period. The Perma Star Control applies and saves your selection automatically. Impulse mode. If you want to choose the impulse-controlled discharge method, select Impulse mode by pressing the Set button twice. Wait for 3 seconds. The Perma Star Control applies and saves your selection automatically. The 3 available LC sizes, LC60, LC120 and LC250, then flash in the menu bar. Next, select the LC size which you would like to use. You select the LC size by pressing the Set button. Press once for the LC60. Press twice for the LC120 and 3 times for the LC250. Wait for 3 seconds. The Perma Star Control applies and saves your selection automatically. Now define the desired discharge amount per impulse. The digits 00 flash in the right-hand field on the display screen. You can define the discharge amount in cubic centimeters per impulse by pressing the Set button repeatedly. For example, if you press the Set button twice, you're defining a discharge amount of 0.2 cubic centimeters per impulse. While defining the discharge amount, you can see the number of remaining impulses in the left-hand field of the display screen. Wait for 3 seconds after entering the discharge amount. The Perma Star Control applies and saves your selection automatically. PIN. If you'd like to safeguard the Perma Star Control after configuration, in order to prevent a third party from making changes to the device, you can define a PIN for it. To do so, press and hold the Set button for 15 seconds. The digits 00 flash in the right-hand field on the display screen. You can set a number between 1 and 99 as the PIN by pressing the Set button repeatedly. Once you have activated the Perma Star Control, connect the 4-pin power supply cable to the Perma Star Control. Remove the white sealing cap above the display screen and attach the power supply cable. The symbol for the power supply is now visible on the display screen of the device and the LEDs on the drive flash green. In order to install the power supply correctly, please adhere to the notes regarding the electrical connection provided in the operating instructions. The PermaStar control is now ready for operation.
Prepare to rethink single-point lubrication because the future is nearly here. Connectivity, relevant data, and a difference you can see. Be ready for the new standard coming from Perma.